What's up, y'all? It's your girl Gab back at it with another vid for your motherfucking Smid. And today we have another video, girls, gays, and nays. So today I have some very special guests, and I'm gonna introduce them. So say what's up to the camera.
Hi.
Hi. This is Aerin, and we have Brianna for the folks. Back on it with the gang, you feel me? This is that. Chuck it. Yay, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Anyway, so today we're gonna have a couple topics for y'all. We're just gonna make it short and sweet.
A couple what?
Shut the frick up. A couple topics for y'all, okay? Because last time we did have a video, but you know it got
destroyed.
Lost in transit.
The sound was boo-boo.
The sound was trash. Like, I would have had another one for sure. Like, but sound was trash. But anyway, here we are. So let's start off the roster, okay? So the first one we're gonna talk about is Breonna Taylor and her new indictment with this officer. Then we're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion's new album, which is called Traumazine.
One more time?
I was about to say traumatized. Okay, Traumazine. Sure. It just came out like a week ago. And then we're going to talk about this little real world event. Hypothetical, but, you know, we're going to ask the people what they think. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So, Miss Brianna. Do it again. Yes, sir. Previously on All That Podcast. So, this is just breaking news or whatever. Literally just today. A former police officer, this was local news, but it's also on the New York Times. I'm just going off of, like, the local news. That's where I saw it first. Anyway, a former police officer faces federal charges in the death of Breonna Taylor, who pleaded guilty Tuesday, making the first conviction related to the March 2020 shooting. Her name is Kelly Godlet? I don't know, Goodlet, whatever.
I don't know. I feel like this whole I'm just tired. I'm so tired of hearing about this shit. Did you do it or not?
Something about the where?
Did he get deported to Canada?
Oh, no.
Views from the six.
Right. Running through the six with my woes.
You know how that should go.
Did he?
I don't know. Probably did. Did he have to?
I don't know.
House arrest or something?
I think, yeah.
Oh, he probably did. Well, I don't know. If you live in the States.
Who freaking knows, Governor? Yeah, see, look at that. Oh, we look at my next one. Okay. Girl. Hey, Chicago. Here, let me zoom in. It's a place that's exciting. It's a place that's fighting. It's a place that's like me. It's a place called Lake Michigan. I think I'm really fitting in. Cup of tea. Chicago. That was, bruh. That whole R. Carly scene was so fucking funny.
What about, I think I want to get, what's her name? Jeanette McCurdy's book?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna read it. What did she say? I'm glad my mom's dead.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
She talks about Dan Schneider, bruh, and the whole Nickelodeon experience. Remember I was telling y'all about Dan Schneider? Getting the Van Schneider? Hey, because somebody needs to talk about it, because there's been so many rumors and speculation for years in Hollywood. I think she's honestly like the first person to actually speak about it.
About Dan Schneider, yeah.
I've noticed that.
Since when?
I've seen it prevalent in Zoe 101.
Bruh, it's crazy that he makes up our childhood, and this is
Dan Schneider,
the people
that he's like
he's
molester or
around a
whatever.
whole bunch of kids, like.
Yep, was getting kids famous.
When I was
Zoe
little,
101, all that.
yeah, I would look up
Cast.
cast pictures. You ever really just look up set pictures or like cast
No,
pictures?
I never looked at the cast
of
pictures.
different cast members and stuff.
No.
And in pictures, you could just see how uncomfortable they were around him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a video of Jeanette talking about her experience as well, and they've showed pictures online of.
Really?
inappropriate. I mean, just like hugging and stuff, and you can tell that just a little standoffish, or that's just a little awkward.
I think the feet shit is what takes me to the top.
Oh yeah, and iCarly.
It's literally in all that shit. Zoe 101, Victorious. It's
definitely
in a lot
the
of the
feet.
shows. Drake and Josh, like
Oh,
that nigga's
yeah.
weird.
And then
He's weird as fuck.
It's how you go about it in the different roles and stuff too. Like Sam was not happy with her role, and then now look at Gibby, because of course everybody, because people see him as a punching bag. Now he talks about how when he goes out to different clubs or restaurants, people are like, "Hey, that's Gibby. Take your shirt off."
Oh, no, for real. Take your shirt off. Because that's what Gibby used to do.
As a kid.
He's
a whole grown man. Like, what?
And they pick on the fat kid because he's okay with it.
Because he's fat.
Mean,
And they said that what's her name? Carly, Miranda Cosgrove, they said she didn't treat Janae McCurdy good. Like, she wasn't a good friend to her. But you remember they was best friends on the show. And Sam basically fought Carly's battles for her. Oh, you feel me?
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's
you
right.
Remember that one episode?
She loved her.
I thought they did. I thought they were best friends in real life.
They're close. They're not.
They're
she
close
said they're
friends.
not as. I've been on her TikTok.
Who, Jeanette?
And I've been watching different.
Really?
They're not as close as they were, but I'm so appalled by the Ariana Grande.
Why, and her and Dan Schneider, or just like her leaving Disney?
Just how she was given or was able to partake in different opportunities when Sam had to sit back, and it was an episode. I really wish we can find it and pull up a clip.
Yeah, let's pull up a clip.
And Sam and Cat, where it was like a magician type of episode, like a magic episode, and Sam was there, and Cat was supposedly in the box the whole time, but Cat was out at a like she had dinner with Tom Hanks at his house and shit. And Sam has had offers to go to different places, and her mom died while she was working on Nickelodeon, working during that, and they didn't let her have a lot of days off, or to go and partake in these opportunities. And it was.
But they let Ariana.
They let Ariana. Yep, that's what she's talking about. The hatred that she has towards her.
I'm gonna have to look into it. Well, because I remember you talking about the book, and then they had said it on like one of those shows, like E.T. or something. How she was speaking out about Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider and all that stuff. Because I mean, I never knew Dan was like a weirdo like that. Like, I found it creepy that he was writing all these like kid shows, but
very much pedophilia.
I guess so.
And that's what a lot of it's so crazy, because that's really how the industry is. Like, even on Disney Channel and shit, like, child stars go through a lot.
They do.
They go through a lot, because 9 times out of 10, they the ones, you feel me, bringing home the bacon.
Right.
So these parents be pimping their kids out to get a role, whatever the case may be. And then they just, you feel me, they be working long hours, and they just be around a whole bunch of strange grown people they don't know, trying to get them to do shit. Or it's not gonna help their career.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. Like, that's why I appreciate like the child stars we still have that are still mentally stable, are doing great in life, still booking, you feel me, jobs and shit, like Keke Palmer.
Oh, for sure. She's a good
but they
one.
still be trying to shit on her, and
they
be trying to compare her to Zendaya.
Right.
You feel me? And like, I seen something that said Nope was her breakout role. Excuse me?
The hell it is?
I'm sorry.
What about Akilah and the Bee?
We watched that in my house on repeat.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, Keke been True Jackson VP. She been doing stuff. Been doing stuff.
Yeah.
And like with the colorism thing, you feel me? They be trying to compare her to Zendaya.
I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't
it's
like it either.
that.
Because she's not
They're
Zendaya.
two different people. Exactly.
They're
two totally different people. Like,
they are.
What different roles or what different character
Did
has
Zendaya
Keke played?
What do you mean, what different character?
Zendaya played a cold crack addict. Have we not seen?
She's only played like
Keke
2 or 3
played
roles.
a pimp.
Exactly. She played a gay person.
It's a low budget movie. I forgot what it's called.
And that's what you have to look into. The accreditation and the views and the budgeting and all that. You can't I don't know.
She
I don't
played
know.
true.
But a lot of times
you can't knock Zendaya either.
I'm not knocking her.
It's no knock. It's
she's
just,
a great
there's
actress.
just no comparison. Like
Right.
there's different
just-
people. But
yeah.
however, I do believe that colorism is definitely a factor.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
and not
it's
only
always a factor.
And that's just in everyday society. Period. Looking on Facebook, you got the light skins versus dark skins, and when we're all black,
Exactly.
and those people who aren't see us as all black. So
One
how
to
come
divide
we?
us.
So we have to be divided within ourselves when we're already separated from everybody else because our sin is our skin. That's what's sad.
Come on with it then, Bree.
I've always
Preach.
colorism is just
It is a thing because everybody be like, oh, if you're a light skin, you're so emotional.
you're pretty for a dark skinned girl.
right. Like, what the hell does that
What?
mean?
I'm sorry.
I hate that.
I beg your pardon.
I
Is that supposed to
literally
be a
hate it.
compliment?
And the kicker
Okay.
is, you black too.
Exactly.
What?
For a,
Your
for a
mammy
dark
black.
skin.
Right. Your grandma looked like me.
No, for
What?
real.
Even like
It'll be blowing
as
me.
a kid, like in elementary, you feel me? That was the go-to line. Oh,
Man.
burn.
Right,
Oh,
right. You
you're
crispy.
an African
you
booty
feel me?
scratcher.
Oh.
But now it's you so,
You so
chocolate.
pretty. Right.
But in
I
life,
love
where
your
we
chocolate.
talk, white
Is right.
or white is seen as
Good.
or impurity, and dark is what?
Bad.
What's that lady
Evil.
name? Pyramids.
The old white lady.
Yes.
Mhm.
And she used to gather them white people up. I mean, read them for filth, like.
Mhm.
And it was so crazy because it was really exposing how racist. Like people don't think they were. I'm not racist.
And it's
Black folk.
within.
It's within.
Yep.
And they don't get that. They already internalized it, and you don't see it because you apply it into your everyday life. But she was really mopping the floor with them hoes, and I'm so glad because we need more people like that. Like we need to actually, you know what I'm saying?
And when you don't see it, and when it don't pertain to you, you don't care about it. And that's just with people in general.
And that's the thing. A lot of people lack what? Empathy
Knowledge.
and sympathy and
Yep.
knowledge. A lot
Yeah.
of people are ignorant.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You don't have to be you in order for you to relate or understand how somebody else feels or what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that couldn't be me. It don't have to be you for
No.
you to. You feel me? Have some
Understand.
compassion. Yeah. You feel me? And it's just so crazy because a lot of human beings lack empathy and sympathy. Like,
Yeah. And I say that to say, I remember I was in my English class, and we got on the topic of redlining, and this white guy was saying, well, I don't see that in my school system, in my school district, blah blah blah.
Of course you
And
know.
I'm like, okay, of course, okay. Well, let me break it down to you. You
Right.
know, certain banks, black people are only allotted to live in only in certain places, whether if you believe it or not. Like redlining is real.
It's real.
And then, just like how back in the day, certain housing wasn't even available for black people, even if you had the money for it.
Right.
It's just not for you.
Yeah.
So
If
boom.
they wouldn't give you a loan
So exactly. So we're already given place markers, and these
Right.
place markers can be called as zip codes. And within your zip codes, that's where you live, and that gives you jurisdictions as to how far you can go and how far your child can go to school. So if you live in 45406, where's your kid gonna go to? Ponus? Where are they gonna go to?
Stivers,
Meadowdale,
even Meadowdales,
Stivers, Deca. Okay, but
Deca,
if you live in
and CJ.
45404 or 6 or 5, can that kid go to Oakwood? Or can that kid go to Northmont? Or can that kid?
No, they can't go to any of those
Exactly.
schools. They can only go to DPS or charter or
And then the school system is funded by the taxpayers in that county
that
or
bracket.
in that bracket in that city. So if you don't even have places for you guys to eat well in the community, why would you think people want to put into the community paying their taxes, property taxes, if you're not even
like putting.
like Trotwood? What do you have?
nothing. So
Okay.
In Trotwood City Schools, the
What do
school
they
district,
have?
what is the rating? A D?
Is it?
A D or an F, and then school districts want to decrease the GPA for students to play sports because
Which I
sports lead
agree.
what to money.
The money, yeah.
But it's like you have to lower your standards.
That's what gets me. That whole redlining thing is really,
And
especially
it's
where we
real.
are. Especially where
Zoning,
we are.
redlining is real.
Girl, our city is so like the redlining is so great. Like our river literally separates the low income from
the rich.
From the rich. Like it's literally insane that a whole river. It's like we're living back in the old times. Like,
let those bridges collapse.
Okay, so let them collapse. Then what?
I literally, and to go back to what I was saying earlier, I literally had to explain to my white coworker. Because she didn't understand, like, okay, what happened? I think it was like it was an event that happened. And remember all that looting everybody did? What happened? Was it something with COVID or something? Like a vaccine? Or it was a verdict?
Okay.
Verdict. Was it that George Floyd?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay, it was George Floyd. And remember everybody was looting. And she was like, you know, Aerin, I really don't understand why people do that. Like, what is the reason?
Oh.
So I broke it down to her, and I'm just like, look at it like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all seeing, they're just stealing stuff, you know, causing havoc, blah, blah. But, however, this is the outcome of these police officers not being charged for what they did again. So people are protesting. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying I agree with looting. However, I'm not saying I agree, but you feel me? I don't condone it. Like, I'm not personally about to participate, but I'm not about to judge people who are, because for one, inflation, shit is high as hell, and this is a protest, so they're looting to make a point. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just, they just doing it for the hell of it. Because if that was the case, they would have been dead. You feel me?
They would keep doing it. We'll have white people hanging from trees.
Exactly. And I'm like, that's what I told her. I said, what you should be is grateful. Because at the rate that we're going, and I feel like this was like right after that KKK stuff downtown.
Oh, yeah, downtown.
So it was a lot. So I'm like, I feel like y'all ought to be grateful that they're just stealing stuff and not out on a murder spree. You feel me? Yeah. And when I broke it down to her like that, she was like, you know what? That makes so much sense. I never thought of it like that. And I'm like,
you feel me? And what if she never would have asked? She would have literally been in the dark, and that's why I didn't mind breaking it down to her, because I'm like, you really don't get it. Don't know.
You
and
don't get it because you can't relate to me.
Right.
Like, we are two different people. Like, you would never get it because you don't live that life. You know what I mean? But at least she wasn't, she was open.
She was trying to be.
She was really trying to understand, like, why is that? And I told her, and she was like, okay.
But at least she's asking, you feel me? I feel like that's going more against white supremacy. Like, you're trying to find out why you're
step one.
Yeah, it's literally step one in trying to question your white supremacy.
Trying to understand.
To break the Moses to what you grew up into.
Yeah.
Why is this or why is that?
Right. So, I mean, that's very interesting.
That word ask me.
So ask me.
That's scary. I may have a resting B-word face,
but still, that don't mean I can't answer your questions. But I feel like that's good, because when that stuff did come out, I had a white coworker, and she was all about it. I mean, she was one of those ones who was already like knowing what they were doing to black people and knowing that how it was unfair. So we clicked, instantly, because she already, people like that. Yeah, that's when you're stepping more out of your racism, white supremacy, because you're trying to be more aware of, I don't know, what's going on around you.
We're saying knowledge.
Right.
You can't be ignorant to these things. Because the world we live in, it's just too much that goes on.
Yeah. But also, you feel me, try to understand. There's nothing wrong with gaining knowledge and actually trying to understand different people's cultures without appropriating it and trying to fit into something that's not meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no problem with, making friends of the opposite color of me, white, it don't matter.
Race, gender,
just don't try to be like me. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be something you're not, just to try to relate to me. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just
that as well.
If you ask me questions genuinely trying to understand me and my culture or whatever, okay, I don't have no problem with explaining it to you, breaking it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Because you're actually trying to learn. But if you just, you feel me, just appropriating it and you're not really appreciating it, you're just trying to use it for your benefit, like I feel like that's what a lot of these, whatever you want to call them, celebrities, influencers, just people today
Definitely
in general. Like, it's a lot of IG models and shit. Like, everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black.
Believe that?
You know what I'm saying? They get all these filters and tans and weaves
and they get the
nails.
BBLs and
it's
stuff
like this all the time.
every day, and we get made fun of it for it, or having a big. But I kid you not, I used to be so like ashamed of my body because people would call me things, and now it's like trending.
That's what I'm saying.
Like people get BBLs for fun.
There used to be women in cages. Or
back in the day.
Or in like cabinets.
Auctions.
Yes.
And
And auctions for
Literally
their
used
body,
to
the big
auction.
lips and the big booties.
What's her name? Big Sarah.
fully naked.
Yes.
Yes, they
Fully naked.
literally
Fully.
like I mean, she was already a slave, but like they enslaved her to the max. Like she was an
Man.
actual like horse or something.
For stuff
Like
you can't control.
What is
like,
that song? That old.
what
You know
song?
what I'm talking about.
Which
You're
one?
talking about the P word, and it's an old song. I'll look it up.
Okay, we'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, man, definitely they be trying to appropriate our culture.
It's so sad.
I love the ones that ask questions though.
Yeah.
Me too. I really be like, okay, so you're really trying. Like you're not trying to be ignorant.
It
you
just
feel
don't
me?
be making sense to me because they be feeling like we're so inferior, but yet y'all want to be us so bad. Like that's why I really like that movie Get Out. Like that shit really like hit it on the nail. Like these motherfuckers really like like be so crazy because
You want to be me till it's time to
It's time to be
to
black.
be me.
like you
Like literally, till it's
just
like
be
actually time.
yourself, like,
That's
baby.
what gets me. Cause if y'all were getting pulled over by a cop,
Then they, I get pulled over too. I get nervous too when I get pulled
Fuck
over.
outta here.
What, to die?
Literally.
okay.
You know
Or you get
don't.
nervous because you know you don't have your insurance.
Exactly. But you know he's gonna
Take
let you
to
go
die.
anyway.
Exactly.
Just off the muscle. Me on the other hand,
Hell no. He gonna pull up my whole rap sheet.
tell me to step out the car immediately.
Man, that's
What the heck is
have to
going
be
on?
nervous.
Like they be that's why it's important to know your rights and shit for
Oh,
real.
for sure it is.
And it's so crazy. I was literally just thinking about this shit in the shower. Like we really living in a time where cameras and videos are like very prominent. Like just imagine all the stuff that we don't know about. Like all the stuff that happened, like police brutality, racism, all kind of shit. And circle back to the Emmitt Till thing. You feel me? Like, okay, y'all just found this warrant. What's going on? Why is
this
happening?
shit? My thing is,
Y'all was
y'all
definitely
found
Need
her
to
though.
lie.
But what are they gonna do to her now? Like, she's
The
what?
same thing they did to Bill Cosby.
Lock her ass up.
That's true.
Fuck you mean?
Because
It's
they
never
sure
too
did.
late.
My guy was 80. And I still believe him. I don't care. I feel like it was just a political ploy because he was trying to buy MSNBC. And y'all can look it up. Okay?
But that's the
He
point.
had the money for it.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah, like he
That's a
was rich
black
enough.
man and a white woman. They're the same age. Just like y'all
Talk
locked his
about
ass up within the quickness, y'all can lock her
That's
up.
what
I don't give
I'm
a fuck what she
saying.
got going on. I don't care if she got cancer.
And Bill Cosby ain't kill nobody. That Emmitt
feel
Till
me?
is dead.
Is dead, okay?
14-year-old
Not
boy.
coming back.
And this lady lived to her 80s peacefully.
And
So
then-
what are they waiting for to
what, hunt
to
her now?
find something or
I gotta
something?
say something.
I don't care.
Hell nah. We don't want to hear shit you got to say. Throw her ass in the bottom
You
of the
just
deepest
bad.
depths.
It's-
You feel me? Even Emmitt Till's mom's not even here anymore to see.
His
You know
justice.
what I'm saying? To see his justice, and like they just still, all y'all want to do is keep giving us movies. We don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see no
We
other
don't want to
movie.
keep reliving that shit.
That is so irritating.
We know what happened.
Say I know what happened.
Till y'all make a movie about locking her ass the fuck up. We don't want to hear nothing else about, like, how many more times do we have to
You
live
have to
this
see.
trauma?
I better say it's trauma at this point because y'all are just reliving how disastrous it was, how atrocious it was,
And they
how
don't
she
think
wanted an
about
open
how that makes
casket.
his
Like,
family feels like. Damn, every year y'all coming out with
a
like,
new
fuck.
freaking movie
But y'all
or
still-
the
homegirl-
same traumatic shit. It'd be
Homegirl
like
is still in her home with her oxygen on.
living her
chilling,
best
Watching
life.
Family Feud. And the whole time, Emma was only 14. Like, and
That
then
shit still
all
blows
this
me.
because the bitch lied.
The bitch lied.
There was no proof.
Nope. And it's funny because I read so this white guy actually, he did like, I think it was some kind of lawyer. He did a book on Emmitt Till, and basically was explaining like the beginning of what happened and how like some of his cousins were there. And
my grandma read that book.
It was a good book. I didn't finish it, but like I read the beginning of it and it was pretty good. Like basically explaining like the background of it and how, and how so, I'm not gonna say she told the truth, but like she told a lie and then just like kept going with it. And then I don't know if she told the truth at one point and then like she couldn't take it back.
The truth.
Girl,
bitch. How many years later?
Just now saying that she lied.
I
think that's literally insane.
What it's gonna have to take.
I feel like she's just trying to save face because she think that's gonna get her to the pearly gates.
They probably would, right?
No, ma'am.
People like that disgust me.
Because why are you like that? Like, why do you have that much hatred in your heart? That's why I never understood white people back in the day. Like,
never.
Why are y'all so mad that I'm a different color from you? Why is that?
I can't help it.
Say I can't.
But at the end of the day, we all have 2 eyes, 2 legs, 2 arms. We all boo-boo and we pee.
And we
bleed the same.
And we bleed the same.
Red.
The same thing is in our veins. But because I look different from you, you're going to treat me different? So does that mean different is wrong? You going to teach your kids that? How does the world work like that?
Take our skins off. We're the same color bones. And that's my thing. Like, why? And that's what racism is taught. You know what I'm saying? It starts in the home. And it's like, why? Why is that still a thing?
And shout out to the people with colorism as well. Because racism, colorism, yeah, it's all bad.
Nepotism.
And color blindness. Is that what it is?
I think so.
When we're talking about how you don't, one of those people say, I don't see color.
Yeah.
So that's just
so racist.
That's ignorant.
Exactly.
You're still racist. That means you're not
worse. I feel like that is the same.
Racist.
Oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh no, all
All
lives
lives matter.
Like, which one is it?
Read the room.
All lives matter.
All
I
lives
never got
can't
that.
matter if Black lives
don't matter
like,
first.
That's what they not understanding. Like, y'all think y'all saying it like that? No. You just sound even more ignorant. Like, you don't see color? Well, you what's going on?
I don't know
you
what
gotta be
words you live
colorblind
in.
because
Exactly.
There's a big difference, baby. You're refusing to see the problem.
Yeah.
It's not that you
You're
don't
contributing
contribute.
to
I was about to say you definitely see it.
You definitely see it. I'm not racist. I have black friends. Get the fuck up out of here.
That's what would get me. Like that don't
That's what
mean
be killing me
you
about
can't
them
be racist.
coons. Because why do you want to keep hanging around white people that make you feel like that? Or that constantly, you know what I'm saying, say and do little suspicious shit to you. Me personally, no, I'm not going camping with a group of white people. It's just certain things I just won't do off the muscle. Because you just never know. Like, you think somebody your friend, that goes for black people too, but you think somebody your friend, but the whole time they really be plotting on you for like, it really be weird as fuck.
And sometimes I try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yep. It always bites you.
Girl, say it bite me.
It always bites you. Like I said, I'm not opposed to being, cool or friends with
At all.
people of the opposite color of me at all.
No,
but it's just
I like
certain
it at all.
things I pay attention to. I pay attention to what they be talking about,
Me too.
how they, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like that appropriating shit. Don't come around me trying to act black. Trying to be my friend.
Or when they have cornrows or whatever.
Box braids. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's like that lady who had dread. I just don't like when white people have dread.
Oh,
it
it makes me cringe so bad.
Locks, excuse me, yeah. It literally makes me cringe.
I think it's effortless, and I think it sets them apart.
Okay, well, Brie likes it. I personally
don't like that shit either.
I don't like it. Just because I feel like, why can't we have our hairstyle?
Nothing.
You feel me? Like, we can't even have a style.
Okay, well then, let's talk about the debacle with meat. Well, this is how I feel, because I haven't worn my natural hair in any of my
Your interviews?
Not interviews, any of my professional settings when it comes to my receptionist job and now with my admin job.
Because they say, natural hair is unprofessional.
Yeah, they do. I did a whole
you
report
walk in there
on
with
this,
an afro or some dreads.
Yes, it's unprofessional.
You're a hoodlum.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Or men with dreads, you smoke weed.
You smoke weed. How much do you smoke? Like, why is it under the assumption? People literally have asked me that on my job. Like, oh, you smoke weed? I don't. I mean, I don't. Like, not in my professional setting. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I smoke.
Right. Why are you asking me that at work?
Exactly, and just because I have
trying to get, that's what I'm saying. They be so
like, that's what blows me.
Then me and Aerin were saying that's how they get you because you take a drug test and show that you smoke weed, but are y'all going through dialysis? Because y'all be drinking like fishes.
Okay.
Ooh, shooting up.
I was just saying this to my coworker. Like, we can be a whole alcoholic and it'd be okay, but I can't smoke a little weed. Weed doesn't make you die or paralyzed. Like, I can still function offset. But, like, alcohol literally shuts your brain down off each drink. Like, your brain gets darker and darker.
And your body has fluids. And too much alcohol, you'll have an imbalance and you could black out. That's why you have people lean and you have people black out and you have car accidents.
Throws off your whole equilibrium. What
Equilibrium.
Yeah, that too, but... What am I thinking of? The frontal lobe or something? It's one of your lobes that's for decision making.
Yeah.
And that's what make you make bad decisions when you're drunk and stuff. Like it really does throw you off, and that's why I don't understand. And it's like, as soon as you spark a little blunt,
oh my God, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't say nothing about you doing a couple lines over there. I didn't say shit about that. I just minded my business. You feel me? But to each his own.
I don't know how to. It's not that I love when white people have locks, but okay.
I mean,
it just makes me feel
you're different.
I feel the same about white girls with box braids. What are you doing?
I personally have never seen that in person.
I haven't either in person.
This girl at my job, it threw me for a loop.
She has box braids?
No.
But
I seen her. She has like, y'all know them stitch braids? Like the stitch braids I had with the little heart.
Oh, okay.
And she had like weave attached to the bottom. And I was just like... I was really confused because I'm like, bruh, white people hair is just a whole different texture, like
facts.
And I'm just looking like, man, you added weave in there. I just don't like that. Like, I'm just like, why can't you just wear your hair?
I feel like they're mad they don't have anything to do with their hair.
The Asian people and Japanese people, like,
they don't care. They're happy with their hair.
They don't like wear chopsticks or do this and that. Ling ling.
What do white people do with short hair? With their short hair?
Nothing. They wear it down or well, I seen this one girl. She does a lot of hairstyles. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Curl it, put it in a ponytail, high bun, low bun.
But they get extensions too, though.
Like different hairstyles. Yeah. Nothing.
They don't have protective hairstyles.
No. What the fuck they need to protect?
What do they need to protect? Their hair is a dog hair. Like, well, I'll probably take that.
K9 follicles.
Yeah. But with black people, our hair is like more coarse. And it's more maintenance, so we have to wear protective styles. But braids and shit go back to slavery time. You feel me? Like, that shit is deeply rooted. Yeah, that shit is deeply rooted. They use fucking braids as maps to get to where they wanted to go. Like,
that's literally.
Why are y'all wearing braids in y'all hair, bitch? Y'all can't relate to where that comes from. So that's what gets me.
Aren't we?
And then the shit just be looking a mess. Like,
we're so cool. We're so cool. They stole us.
Like, what?
Shut up, Bree. No, but for real, we're so cool that. But honestly, I've always wondered why they stole us. Like, I mean,
I really think it had to be some. Because Christopher Columbus, it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. No,
it had to be someone who was on Egypt or who found Egypt or found this great plain of Africa.
Yeah.
And they were talking because we're just so forgiving as a whole country. And just as people.
Yeah. Well, from our class, I took African American Studies. He literally said, we were the first navigators, all that.
Yes.
So basically, there was, and they were called Moors. There was a Moor whoever came, whether it be Christopher Columbus or whoever, came to look at the land, was trying to figure out what it was.
And we were cool. We was at.
Yes.
We were at.
Yes. So we made. We went to go show him our land.
Yeah.
He killed the survival guide and then brought his friends.
Everybody.
Yes. Because all we had was bows. Like, we didn't have no guns back then. You feel me? Like, we were so.
We had to have been overthrown.
We were overthrown.
Because in about 2075, 76. White people are going to be the what?
2050,
Minority.
not 2075. 2050.
2050.
Let's get that straight.
But see, and I was just seeing some
Majority
TikToks about like how they were saying black people were in America before Christopher Columbus.
Yes.
You feel me? So
Right.
I believe that because like the more pictures and shit I see of like different countries and shit, the original person they're black. No, they don't be white. Like I feel like television has
always
whitewashed.
portrays
Yeah, like they
white
really trying to
people.
whitewash history, and it's like black people been in a
And
lot of places
commercialize
before.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I believe that wholeheartedly. Like fuck that. Fucking Columbus Day. Fuck that shit.
I can't believe that's even the day, bruh.
42 or whatever.
Whenever he sailed the Nina Santa Maria, I never forget that. But like, why were we learning about that? And all what we learned about black people was freaking slavery, Martin Luther King, and freaking Rosa Parks. And come to find out, that Rosa Parks story isn't even like factual. Like what they tell us is not the whole story. Like. She said it wasn't even like a big deal. Like they didn't make it a big deal. All she did was sit in an undeserving seat, and then they asked her. Like I actually heard the interview. Like they asked her or whatever to get up, and she did it, and then they arrested her, and then that's where the picture came about. But like it wasn't like this civil rights. Oh, you did it. You know how it is now. Like it was not that big of a deal. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I feel like we talked about a whole lot. Gang. Would you hire your cousin? Nepotism.
I already got
Is the
burned
thing.
before.
By who?
I really feel like it's circumstantial. Like if you know that person is reliable, you know they're a good worker, whatever. I don't see no problem with like putting your family on. Like I feel like I seen this debate. It was like if you are an established actor, and you feel me, your family member wants to act or whatever. Do you feel me, get them the connections and put them on, or do you just, you feel me? But I feel like it just depends. Like I said, like it depends on the type of person they are. If you know their work ethic, you know they're a good person, you know they're reliable.
Right.
I personally don't have no problem with it. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help you get to where I'm at. You feel me? Like,
right.
You got them ones, or you had to get it how I got it.
yeah, you have
Don't
those
nothing come
ones.
easy.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
mean, that's
correct, because I want
true.
to teach my kids that too.
I mean, I agree, but that's the thing. Like, it's a fine line because you do want to show them like hard work because you didn't get there by getting favors.
Exactly. But I feel like it's a balance. Like you want to show them that, but at the same time, I'm not about to make you struggle unnecessarily. If you feel me,
Right,
if
if
I
I
had
got
to
it.
struggle,
If
I
I
don't
see
want
you
you to go
helping
through that.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
everything in my power to help you.
Yeah, I
Now,
would too.
with friends and stuff, that's a whole different.
It's a
ballgame.
gamble. It really
It's really
is.
a gamble. It's a
Especially
50-50.
like with jobs. I mean, like, because if you're a child. I know Brianna's had a bad experience, but yeah, if you, because who did I get on? Oh, I have a good example. So I got my best friend on at the time at, at this job of mine. We work in this cafeteria, okay? And, got her on, everything was cool. This is where I messed up. The manager knew she was my friend. So anytime she didn't come to work, she was like, oh, where's your friend? I don't know. I'm not her freaking, like, keeper? Recorder or her keeper. You feel me? That I got her.
Back. Oh, here she go.
I didn't know where that was going, but I just went with it. Yeah, no, but I feel you because I'm like this. She's her own person. Like I am not her freaking keeper. Like I get her. I got her on the job.
Same.
And, sometimes you can't ask me, but like every time. But yeah, she ended up not working there, and that wasn't my fault. That was her choice.
Could you have fired her? I was asked that. If you hire anyone, of your
lineage or front like lineage,
if you were in a
likeness,
position,
if you were in a position, could you fire her?
I probably could.
Hell yeah.
I fucking could. She wouldn't take it. I would say, why would she take it any type of way? She knows she was a bad worker.
Exactly.
Like, if you know you're not good, I mean, why does it matter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But don't put me in that position.
Exactly.
Man, she definitely did. She definitely did.
We won't have no problem.
So that's what blew me, like, and it made me look bad because it's like, damn, I'm literally vouching for you and saying that this is a good worker. She'll show up to work, which she did for the most part, but then until she started calling off and stuff, and then that makes me look bad. But that was my reputation. But I never did that again because it, like we said, it's definitely a fine line. Like
lessons learned. Yeah.
I thought she was a hard worker, but like obviously she didn't care that much. So what can I do? but you know. But if I was like a producer or something and they were like a new artist, I don't know what I would do. If I was trying to like get them on an album or like get them to work with somebody, it really would just depend on their work ethic.
I gotta really believe in you. Yeah,
I would say I really gotta like 1,000%.
Yeah, it's like it really depends. Like,
yeah.
I really gotta, you know what I'm saying, want to do that. I'm
not just gonna be like,
you're
here.
never gonna force me. You're never gonna guilt trip me into it. You know what I'm saying?
Doing stuff.
I don't have to do a bitch ass thing. Let's be clear, but be black and die. However, come
die.
If I got it, you feel me? I'm gonna make sure you got it. But like I said, it depends on the person. Not everybody be worth that type of energy. Like,
It's very situational, but yeah, not everybody's worth it. So for
like
sure,
you guys, for example, I got them on
at where she worked,
at where I was working.
Yeah,
and that's how you do it. We all
did
moved
good.
up the
I was
ladder.
say we all like got out of there, and we all didn't leave on a bad note. Like I feel like we all put our 2 weeks in.
Exactly.
Well, I had a little snafu, but I still put my 2 weeks. But yeah.
But I'm the source, so I can do that.
But like that's the thing though. Like you got to be able to trust them and know that you can depend on them to not fuck your name over. Because I feel like after you do that and they, you feel me, just stop coming to work or whatever the case may be, bitch, you ain't got to worry about it again. Don't ask me to put you on it. No more jobs. We can go ahead and hang that up. You get one and done with me, baby. You get one and done. If you fuck it up, that's on you.
No, for real. I was gonna say, I mean,
you are your
own
person. You a whole adult. I gotta take care of myself. I don't have time to be tracking you. You know when you gotta go to work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you knew if you communicated.
Just communicate.
Like okay. Say like I got one friend.
Got it.
I just said friend, okay?
I wasn't saying no name.
Cut the cameras down.
Who even knows if she watches this?
Recording?
Is this Michael?
Hey, this says that podcast. Yeah! Thank you guys for tuning in. All my girls, gays, and nays. Don't forget to follow all our social medias down below. It will be all down on the screen. Follow all our YouTubes. You know, we all got channels, so all of us will be coming out with a video. I don't know when.
Hopefully by the end of the year.
Soon. For real, when I get a new computer, for real.
Yes.
So, yes, you guys will be seeing us more. I don't know what this is another segment. Well, segment, all that. So you guys will be seeing them very often. Yay, gang on the beat. See you guys later. And, you know, tune in to the next week's episode. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but we'll have a very special guest or guests. Or no, tune in for the next episode. Anything else you guys got to say?
Stay black and
stay dangerous.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get it.
And dare to keep kids off drugs.
Oh, and just dare. Stay black and stay dangerous, bitch. Hey,
do the right thing.
Get it. Hit it down. Hit it on the beat. Swag it, bow. Anyway, signing off. Thanks, girls, gays. Bye.
Bye.